Good morning children. This is your geography class. As you know that your half yearly examination has been completed and today I am going to start final syllabus. So children, before starting our final syllabus in geography, first of all I will discuss about final syllabus. So children, in final syllabus, one chapter is chapter 8, Asia, Climate and Natural Vegetation. Chapter 9, India, Location, Extent, Political and Physical Features. Chapter 10, India, Climate and Natural Vegetation, Forest and Wildlife. And Chapter 11, India, Human Resources. So children, today I am going to start with Chapter 8, Asia, Climate and Natural Vegetation. Children, as you know that in last chapter, chapter 7, I have already learned about Asia and physical features of Asia. So, in this chapter, we will discuss about climate and natural vegetation of Asia. Children, as you know that Asia is the largest continent. So, what type of climate in Asia? The climate of Asia varies greatly from north to south and east to west. This in turn largely affects the vegetation and wildlife of the continent. Not only are there variation from place to place, but also from season to season. There are several factors that affect the climate of Asia. So, there are several factors that affect the climate of Asia. First, size and latitudinal extent. Second, distance from the sea. Next, relief features. Next, wind and ocean currents. These are the factors that affect the climate of Asia. So Asia is the largest continent with a large east-west extent. Also it stretches across the torrid, temperate and frigid zones of the earth. Many parts of the interior are far away from the maritime influence of the sea and oceans. These areas experience extreme conditions and continental climate. Place closer to the coast enjoy equable or maritime climate. Most of the mountain ranges of Asia extend in an east-west direction. So, they form barrier to the onshore, moisture-bearing winds from the south and also prevent the cold winds of the north from penetrating the south. Children, equable climate or maritime climate means climate with very little difference in summer and winter temperature. So, equable climate means climate with very little difference between winter and summer temperature. So, in Asia, most places closer to the coast enjoy equable or maritime climate. Now children, I will discuss about conditions of the climate in Asia. Summer conditions and winter conditions. First, summer condition. What type of conditions in summer in Asia? So from April to June, the sun rays falls darkly over the northern hemisphere. In June, it shines overhead the Tropic of Cancer. So most of the continent of Asia, except the extreme northern part beyond the Arctic Circle, is warm with an average temperature of about 32 degrees centigrade. In fact, the world's highest surface temperature of 71 degrees centigrade has been recorded in Dastelur in Iran. Children, as you know that Dusty Lut is a desert in Iran. So children, in Asia, in time of summer, the hot air over the land rises and create an area of low pressure. And there is a high pressure in the surrounding seas and oceans. Therefore, there is a movement of warm, moisture-laden onshore winds which are called monsoon. As you know that onshore, warm moisture-laden onshore winds are called monsoon. And monsoon causes rainfall. So these winds causes heavy rainfall in the southern part of Asia in countries such as India, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, China and some part of Japan. So Mizoram in Meghalaya received the highest rainfall in the world. As you know that children, Mizoram in Meghalaya received the highest rainfall in the world. So children, now I will discuss about the winter conditions in Asia. Winter condition in Asia. So from October to March, Asia experiences winter as a northern hemisphere receive the slanting rays on the sun because of the tilt of the earth axis. The temperature falls to 0 degrees centigrade and even below freezing point in many parts of the northern Asia. Volcanism in Russia with an average temperature of minus 51 degrees centigrade in January is one of the world coldest inhabited places. So it means in time of January, very cold month, the air over the land is cold and heavy and therefore sink causes a high pressure especially in the interior. So children, the surrounding oceans and seas have high temperature and lower pressure, and then there is a movement of cold air from land to sea. These winds are dry and though they blow off so most of the Asia receive no winter rainfall except Southeast Asia, Japan, Southeastern India and part of northern Sri Lanka, where the same winds cross the sea and pick up moisture before reaching these places. There are few regions of Southeast Asia receive winter rainfall from the temperate cyclones that originate over the Mediterranean Sea. Owing to the various factors discussed above, Asia has different type of climate and considerably a variety of vegetation and wildlife. So children, now I will discuss about different type of climate of Asia, different type of wildlife and vegetation in Asia. So children, now I will discuss type of climate with vegetation and wildlife of Asia. Now children, I will discuss about types of climate of Asia. Types of climate. First is equatorial climate. Second, tropical monsoon climate. Next, tropical or hot desert climate. Warm temperate eastern margin or China type climate. Next, temperate or mid-latitude desert climate. 6. Mediterranean climate. 7. Temperate grassland or steppe climate. Next, cool temperate eastern margin climate. Next children, 9 type of climate is cold temperate climate. 10 Arctic climate. So children, now I will discuss one by one of these type of climate of Asia. So number 1, equatorial climate. Children, this is experienced in countries located close to the equator. Malaysia, Indonesia and southern part just like Philippines. 28 minus 30 degrees centigrade, and rainfall all year round. The annual range of temperature is very low and there is no distant season. Conventional rainfall occurs almost daily around 4 o'clock in this region. Children, I will discuss about what type of natural vegetation and wildlife in equatorial climate. The climatic conditions have resulted in dense hardwood forest with broad leaves, trees, species such as mahogany, ebony, rosewood, cinchona, coconut and rubber. These are lianas, creepers and climbers. Tall trees, ferns and bamboo that grow between the tall tree, which make the forest dense and impenetrable. The forests are dark in equatorial climate and gloomy as little rainfall. Very little sunlight reaches the ground owing to the tall tree, whose branches out forming a canopy. These forests are slightly different from the rainforest of the Amazon and Zaire basin because of their nearness to the sea. Mostly arboreal or tree-dwelling animals such as monkeys and colorful birds are found in these forests. Reptiles such as lizard, snakes, crocodile and insects abound the swampy floor of the forest. Large animals such as elephants and wild cats are only found in the outskirts as the forest interior is too dense. So children, now I will discuss about second type of climate in Asia, the tropical monsoon climate. Tropical monsoon climate. So these areas have distant season, hot wet summers and cold dry winters. The summer's rainfall is caused by the monsoon winds that blow from the sea to land. Heavier rainfall is received in the coastal regions and on the windward slopes. This type of climate is children experienced in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Colombia and southern China. So what type of natural vegetation and wildlife in tropical monsoon climate? So I will discuss natural vegetation and wildlife in tropical monsoon climate. Tropical deciduous forest called monsoon, deciduous forest called monsoon forest with hardwood, broad-leaved trees are common in this region. These trees shed their leaves in the dry season, usually in winter. So teak, sal, sesame and mango are the common tree species. These thrive in regions of heavy rainfall. Grasses and thorny bushes grow in dry regions. Elephant, bears, deer, apes, lions, tigers, leopard, etc. are the some of the wildlife species found in the monsoon forest. So children, now I will discuss about third type of climate in Asia, tropical or hot desert climate. Tropical or hot desert climate. So this type of climate prevails in Arabia, Iran and the Thar Desert in Pakistan and India. These regions experience very hot dry summers and very cold winters. So the daily and annual ranges of temperatures are very high and the areas receive less than 25 centimeter of rainfall annually. Now, I will discuss about natural vegetation and wildlife in tropical or hot desert climate region. As climatic conditions are harsh, vegetation is scarce and only thorny bushes, shrubs, cacti and clumps of dry grasses are found scattered in the region, which is largely bare or devoid of vegetation. Date palms are found in the oases.
Camels, horses, mules, insects and lizards are some of the wild species found in the desert. Children, now I will discuss about next type of climate, warm temperate eastern margin or China type climate. Warm temperate eastern margin or China type climate. Children, warm temperate eastern margin or China type climate is similar to the monsoon type, except that the winters are colder. Snowfall occurs in winter while rainfall occurs in summer. The regions along the east coast of Asia in the warm temperate latitudes such as northern and central China, Japan and part of Korea experience this type of climate. Now I will discuss about natural vegetation and wildlife in warm temperate eastern margin type climate. In this climate, mixed forest with evergreen and deciduous trees are common. Oak, camellia, magnolia, chestnut, camphor, beech and fir are some common trees. Bamboo and mulberry shrubs also grow in this region. Monkeys, foxes and birds such as parrots, peacocks are found mainly on the slope of the highland, which support these mixed forests. So children, I hope you all have understood this type of climate. Now, next I will discuss about temperate or mid-latitude desert climate. Temperate or mid-latitude desert climate. So this climate type is found in the interior of the continent and on the high plateaus, the Gobi Desert and the plateau of Tibet. Very little rainfall is experienced in this region and winters are very cold with temperatures below the freezing point. However, summers are very hot. So children, I will discuss about natural vegetation and wildlife in this type of climate. It means temperate or mid-latitude desert climate. This region is mostly barren with scattered tuft of course short grasses and stunted thorny bushes, lizards, insects and rodents are the common form of wildlife. While the yak is the most common domesticated animal in Tibet. As you know that yak is a most common domesticated animal in Tibet. So children, now I will discuss about next type of climate, Mediterranean climate. Mediterranean climate. This climate is characterized by warm, dry summers and cool, wet winters. The climatic types gets the name from the Mediterranean region around which this type of climate prevails. Countries of West Asia such as Syria, Turkey, Lebanon and Israel have this type of climate. Now children, I will discuss about natural vegetation and wildlife of this type of climate. Since these areas experience drought-like conditions in summer, the natural vegetation has adapted to the climate by the developing long roots and spongy barks. The evergreen vegetation consists of uh, laurel and acacia, oak, chestnut, walnut and olive trees are also common in this area. Most of the natural vegetation has been replaced by grain farms or orchards of citrus fruits such as lemons and oranges. So since most of the original forest cover has been cleared for human settlement or for agriculture, not much wildlife is found here. Mostly domesticated animals such as donkeys, cattle and sheep are found here. So children, I hope you all have understood this type of climate very well. Rest of the type of climate I will discuss in next class. So children, learn all with this type of climate, read again and again and try to understand. So children, I hope you all have understood this half chapter very well. Thank you students. Have a nice day.